see the light inside you, brighter than the skies. Hold on, just let us escape and fly away tonight. We have the world in our sight, and I know together we'll be alright. Can you see forever we will go?
Right, good morning. I'm in Pure, which is it's not a chain, like a breakfast chain. And I thought I'll get coffee and some eggs, scrambled eggs. And I want to show you something here. In the wall you've got a charger, right? Which is pretty cool. But they also have USB ports. So this is going to be very, very soon very common that you can charge your phones and everything, basically everywhere. I just think it's great. Yeah, so it's still dark outside, you can see here in Baker Street, but yeah, I still have an hour's time, which is good. I like to take time in the morning. I get up earlier before I see my clients because I just want to chill, read some stuff, yeah, and just be, you know, it's this thing of arriving in the morning, being able to be the best version of yourself when you see your clients, and I just need some time to be myself, really, I guess. So I'm in Costa now, and I actually met with this food delivery company and they gave me some sample ones. So this is breakfast, it's like egg and beef stuff. Then we have, I think, some noodles. It's beef lasagna. And this one is chicken tikka. Now the thing is, the food might not look like the most appealing the way it is packaged, but that's not the point. The point is that, you know, you have your macros on point and it gets delivered to wherever you are, which is really cool. That is really good for my clients because the number one thing for them is convenience. They really don't care about, I mean, at the end what they want is they want their body to look different. And the only way that works is you've got your diet sorted out, and you guys know that if you've been following my channel. So the best way of me as a personal trainer being able to take care of that is actually hooking up with a company like this who provides these foods and you get them delivered. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm just going to figure out how to sign up people that the process is sort of smooth, and you know, I don't want my clients to spend like 50 hours on their website, so I'm going to think of a process. I'm German, I love processes. So here we go, need to work a little bit. Yeah guys, so I'm actually gonna go and meet a friend now. I finished more or less all my emails and everything I need to do. We're meeting like in Sourced, which is like a natural sort of food place, which is really nice. And yeah, my friend actually bought me a new hat because I'm collecting hats, right? So that's gonna be awesome. Hopefully she has it with her, I'm not sure yet. I've got 2 more clients today. One martial art client and one normal weight loss client, so it's all cool. I actually, you know, the food, I tasted the food now and I'm actually quite happy with the food. I think it's gonna work. Just need to see how, like I told you guys, I need to set up this whole process, so I'm thinking of that. I did all the emails, just part of the deal. And on the way, when I walked to another place, so I went now from Baker Street to, I don't know what this street is called, I don't know. Anyway, it was like a 10-minute walk. Then I always listen to something inspirational, like it could be, you know, I told you guys I listen to Gary Vee or other podcasts, also Grant Cardone, who's a sales expert, you know, I listen to stuff that he talks about. Because at the end of the day, when you're a business owner like I am, and you want to grow to the next level, like I told you, you have to do things differently. You have to do stuff which you haven't done before. And I know where I'm weak at, and that's something I'm trying to improve. So I'm going to try that basically on a daily basis, in a way trying to make my time more efficient, because I also now could walk from here 20 minutes to find a cafe, to then sit down, and you know, then listen to this podcast, which doesn't make sense because you just spend 20 minutes walking somewhere without utilizing that sort of, you know, in the best way. Not saying that you should do that with every single piece of time. You should also take time for yourself. But for me right now, I think it's nice when you walk around and you listen to stuff which is inspirational, at least for me. That's how I roll, guys. Everywhere are roadworks going on. I don't know. But that source right there, that's where we're gonna be going. So let's do that. New hat, my friends. So guys, I'm back home and I thought I'll just come to answer some questions. I actually got a question from someone I met in Germany a couple of years ago. I think it's a year ago or something now. And he actually asked me a question on WhatsApp. So I'm gonna play the question. It's in German, by the way. But yeah, I'm gonna translate that quickly. Just gonna play a little bit.
Moin Moin Marc, ich habe mal eine Frage zur Personal Trainer Ausbildung und zwar ich trainiere sehr viel selber.
So, I mean, the thing is going to go on now a bit, but in essence, he wants to know, Mark, about a personal training degree. And he's in Germany, and he says there, in Germany it's a bit different. You've got Trainer A and B licensen, so this is like a license system of how you get your certificates and stuff. Now the thing is, guys, my personal training license is a bit different to the ones you get in the UK, for example, because I did my sports science degree, and you know, the personal training was part of my whole degree. So at the end of the day, it's a bit different for my circumstances. But for everyone else who, let's say, doesn't want to study sports science to master's level, right, like 5 years in university, you can do these trainer licenses A and B, or in the UK, you've got personal training level 3, for example, and level 4 for specialists. So I'm a level 4 personal trainer here in the UK. Okay, so he's, at the end of the day, he's asking, would it be enough to just have a personal training license A or B? I think A is like the highest license you can get, and B is like a smaller one. In the UK it's like 3 and 4. Generally speaking, you can do these licenses, you know, and you can start up your own PT business and you can start working with people. I mean, that's why these courses exist, and some of them are better, some of them are worse. So I've seen a couple here in the UK, and for example, one company I would recommend to go with is called Premier here in the UK. I really like those guys. That's also where I did my level 4. The thing is, I need to do it in a way to get certification here in the UK, because they said, well, it's great that you have your license from Germany, but we need something in the UK. So just for me, I need to do that, but that doesn't matter. Generally speaking, it is okay. You can do these licenses and you can start working as a PT. Now, what I would need to say, or what I see always happening, is that a lot of PTs in the industry only have that degree. They've never done anything else, even though there's something called CPD, Continued Professional Development, CPD points, which you should or have to do if you are part of the, you know, governing body rep here in the UK. In Germany, there's something similar where you have to prove that you keep learning. Now, a lot of PTs don't do that because they don't see the point in educating themselves, and they don't see the point in spending money for courses, because you have to pay money like 200 to 1,000 pounds per course to get CPD points and so on and so forth. Now, you know, when you're watching this channel, that's utter bollocks. I'm educating myself all the time, and I'm educating you and other people with what I learn. And I educate myself by reading books, by going to courses, by paying other people as mentors. I do that because I know that adds so much value to me as a person, and then it reflects on my service to other people. Now, long story short, or the short answer is yes, of course it is enough doing that degree. But it's like when you start driving a car. You get your driving license, but it doesn't mean to say you're a racing driver now, right? So you have to keep progressing. You will need to practice driving, and all of a sudden you will get better at driving. The same thing with PT. You have to start working as a PT, as a low-level PT, obviously entry level. Start working with people and say to them, well, I'm new and that's why I'm charging less, or I'll train you for free just to get my experience up. Whatever you need to do to get the experience, and then you're able to charge more when you obviously have the experience of working with people. Yeah, so that's my long answer to the short question of, you know, personal training degrees and so on. Agnieszka is asking, or not asking, she says, I fell in love with your cap. Just see here still all the stickers under this one. Okay, Agnieszka, I'll show you all my caps I have. And then, you know what? I should actually open a cap shop. What do you think? Like a proper one. Okay, are you ready for my cap collection? Here we go. And I think you can see a theme, right? Superman, Superman versus Batman, Superman, Masters of the Universe, and Barber and Butcher in the house. Yeah, so I don't know which one you like of these ones. I like them all. This one just came from Dubai, so my friend actually bought me this one. So you can still see the stickers of that one in the bottom. Yeah, I'm a cap collector, I think. I just love them all. But the quality is different from them, and it's actually interesting when you buy them. But also, I fancy these things here on the top. You can see that these stickers are still up there. And if you ever buy these ones, never pull them off, because that is the value of the cap. And this one was actually a fan. Not a fan. I mean, I actually don't want to call you guys fans. I actually think we're more a community, right? So one of you guys actually sent me this one as a thank you. I think it was Paul. Thank you very much for one of my 5 hats. The thank you goes to you. So I don't know which one is going to come next, but I'm also thinking of, you know, along the line, I want to open an apparel, like an athletic apparel sort of, you know, t-shirts and caps and stuff, which I'm going to sell later on. I'm probably definitely going to sell caps, for sure. By the way, guys, finally, my actual twin, everyone thinks I'm Benedict Cumberbatch, is going to be soon in the cinema as Doctor Strange. And now, instead of people saying, Mark, you look like Benedict Cumberbatch, I had like, Mark, you look like Doctor Strange, this guy's saying. I'm like, Mike, you know what? This is gonna, you know, haunt me to the end of my life. Mr. Cumberbatch, if we ever meet, we have to take a selfie next to each other. And I will prove I'm better looking. I mean, not right now, my hair is fully greasy. Anyway, I'm not Mr. Cumberbatch. Just get that into your brain, sucker. Albert is saying, Mark, your 1 rep max calculator. You know, you have the option, which is there's one for all and one for squatting, benching, and deadlifting. And he says, is the other option the standard option for any other exercise? Albert, yes, you can use it. Short answer, you can use the 1 rep max calculator for any exercise you want. If you want it to be specific, you just use the one for the squats, bench press, and deadlift. That's why I created those. And for any other one where you need a 1 rep max to be able to calculate it in your workout planner, which you maybe have downloaded from myself or you have your own, then you use the one as standard. And I know there are loads of exercises, but generally it's just a rule of thumb. And sort of, you know, you might be able to lift, let's say 1 or 2 kg more or less. It's just a calculation. It's like your calories. When you calculate your calories, the same thing. It's hard to, it's not for everyone. It's trying to push like everything into a formula, which is a standard for everyone, and that just doesn't work. So that's why it's, you know, it's a rule of thumb. Long answer, short question again. That's it, Albert. I'm gonna lie down now and actually do a bit of meditation. I thought that might be a good idea, because it is now, as you can see, 3 o'clock, and I used to do that, you know, during the day, just to clear your mind, clear your thoughts. It's a really good way of relaxing, just for 20 minutes, like a power nap sort of thing, but more in the terms of focusing on what you want. That really helps. So I listen to something like this, and then I lie down. Alright guys, I'm now probably gonna have a call with a PR company, which is a, you know, public relations, means they take care of stuff like getting you into magazines and so on and so forth. Because what happened in the past is that via my website I got like, you know, a couple of editors from, for example, Men's Health magazine. They, you know, they wanted an article written, so the actual editor comes to me and asks me questions, Mark, like, you know, tell me something about how to get big shoulders or how to get bigger legs or something like that. And then I come up with ideas and we write back and forth. He edits it, and then it gets published into the Men's Health magazine. Now, why is this important? Because as a business owner, you want to make sure that, you know, people get to know your business. And it's somehow funny, but if somebody reads, for example, an article about my personal training in men's health, all of a sudden my brand gets elevated very, very quickly, because people associate the brand value of Men's Health with mine. And that's how you do it. For example, that's why you hire a PR company, because they go around and try to knock on different doors of magazines and says, we've got this guy, he's an expert in what he does, no one knows him yet, So can you, but do you need some articles we could write together? There's this thing of people start buying from you when they see you over, I think, 3 or 4 times or 5 times they get the same message, and then they get aware of what you're doing. And what I'm trying to do is to penetrate people on different channels. So on Facebook, locally, word of mouth. So people, when they talk about personal training and personal trainer London, my name has to be the name on the top. At the moment in Google, I'm on page 3, natural search, which is, quite outstanding, because in terms of, this is a bit of, business insight. I'm just sharing this with you. So personal training in London, when you type that in, that's the most searched word for personal training, obviously. If someone searches for personal training, they type in personal training London or personal trainer London. Now this is a word which is very competitive, meaning if you want to advertise, when you type into Google something, you search for something, at the very top, you'll find a little link, which are the ads. You pay for them. So for personal training London, it's very competitive. I think £6 to £10 per 1,000 views, which is like ridiculously expensive, just because there's so many PTs out there who pay for ads. But what you actually want to do is you want to be able to rank in Google without paying for that. And the way that works is by getting backlinks from very, very big sites like news sites or so on and so forth. And that is why you hire a PR company. And that's what I'm doing. So I'm waiting for the email to come back, because guys, the other person I'm going to be talking to is a copywriter. She's going to rewrite my website. Now you're probably asking, Mark, why are you not doing this yourself? Well, the thing is, I tried to tell you before, I'd rather spend a little bit of money, which isn't much, because you can get these professionals for, let's say, a reasonable hourly rate, and they can work much faster, and that's their experience. For example, I'm not a writer. I'm good at training. I'm good at teaching people. I'm good at standing in front of people and educating them. But in terms of writing, I mean, I wrote my book myself. I had a copy editor later who looked at the punctuation and everything is right. But generally speaking, when it comes to my website, I want to make sure that it is, written for the actual target audience. And I know from the fact, if I sit down and try to write this text for 1 page, I'm gonna spend 3 days writing that. And that is not worth my time. So that's why I'm gonna hire someone. And yeah, she just actually added me on Skype, so we're gonna give her a call now. All right, let's call that lady. I just need to get my headphones. We're gonna ring her on Skype. Skype is loading. I'm ready when you are. Phone call. Hello. How are you doing? Well, I've got a personal training business, and all right, I've got my, these food tubs here, which I'm gonna eat as dinner, which is a bit of chicken, and this is still some of turkey bacon and some eggs. Yeah, I'm gonna eat the rest of that, maybe. And yeah, I actually have to have a couple of calls now, and it's not gonna be that interesting. So I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. So it's time to punch the like button, punch the subscribe, and see you guys tomorrow. Okay, I wanted to show you something. I went to, buy this jacket like I showed you, and there was this competition where you could take a picture. I'm just going to show you this picture. And if you were willing to do this, you got £15 off the actual purchase, whatever